I want to start with a simple but powerful truth. Letting go is not losing control. It's choosing to trust. In recovery, we say let go and let God. But what does that actually look like? And why is it so hard? My personal story is my struggle with letting go. I'll be honest with you. Letting go has never come easy for me. There was a time in my life when I was trying to control everything: people, outcomes, even my own healing process. I had this fear that if I didn't hold everything together, my world would fall apart. But the more I gripped, the more exhausted I became. I remember a moment when I was on my knees, completely drained. I had tried everything: fixing, planning, worrying, and controlling, and nothing was working. I finally just said, God, I can't do this anymore. I surrender. And you know what? That was the moment I felt peace for the first time in a long time. Why we resist letting go? So why do we hold on so tightly? Why is surrender so hard? Fear, control, uncertainty. We want to know how things will turn out. We think if we just try a little harder, we can force things into place. But the truth is, when we grip too tightly, we block the very blessings God is trying to give us. One of my favorite analogies is the monkey trap. Have you ever heard of it? In some places, hunters use a coconut with a small hole and put food inside it. The monkey reaches in, grabs the food, but then can't pull his hand out because it won't let go. It stays trapped, not because it's physically stuck, but because it refuses to release the very thing keeping it bound. How many of us are like that? Holding on to things, relationships, resentment, control, because we're afraid to let go. Here's what I've learned: the peace that comes with surrender. When we surrender, we make peace, we make space for something greater. There's a peace that comes when we stop fighting battles that aren't ours to fight. When we stop striving and start trusting. Think about the Israelites wandering in the desert. They were stuck for 40 years, not because God had abandoned them, but because they were still trying to control their own journey. They doubted, they resisted, but as soon as they trusted, they stepped out into the promised land. How often do we delay our own peace because we're still trying to be in charge? I challenge you, whatever you're holding on to right now, ask yourself, is this mine to carry, or is this something I need to surrender? Practical steps to let go daily. Letting go isn't a one-time thing, it's a daily practice. So how do we actually do it? Here are a few ways that have helped me. Start your day with surrender. Before your feet hit the ground, pray, God, I give this day to you. Lead me where you want me to go. Write a God box letter. I keep a small box where I write down things that I'm struggling with: fears, decisions, control issues. I hold up the paper and place it in the box, symbolizing that I'm giving it to God. And you know what? Every time I do it, I feel lighter. Breathe and affirm. The moment I feel control creeping in, I pause, take a deep breath and say, I trust you, God. I let this go. Try it now with me. Inhale, exhale, and release. Focus on just the next right step. In recovery, we stay one day at a time. Surrender doesn't mean doing nothing. It means trusting the next step will reveal itself when it's time. I want you to try one of these today, even just for a moment. Practice letting go and see how it feels. Before we wrap up, I want to pray over you. I want to pray, God, I lift up every person listening right now. You see what they're holding on to. You know the weight on their hearts. Help them release what is not theirs to carry. Fill them with peace, with trust, and with the knowing that you are in control. Help them to rest in your love. Amen. And if you need a simple affirmation to carry with you today, try this. I release what I cannot control. I trust that all is unfolding as it should. I hope today's episode spoke to your heart. If it did, share it with someone who needs this reminder. And if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button so we can keep walking this journey together, please do now. Remember, you are never alone. Keep trusting, keep surrendering, and keep shining. Until the next time.